extend my thanks to Independent National Electoral Commission for inviting us to observe these very important elections here in Nigeria. Since arriving 48 hours before here in Nigeria, on Saturday, I have had a series of meetings, interesting meetings, including with INEC, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, security agencies, political parties and candidates, civil society organizations, members of the legal profession, and religious leaders. I would like to thank them all sincerely for their willingness to meet us and for their openness and cooperation. May I also express my gratitude and appreciation to diplomats here in Abuja of the European Union, its member states, as well as Canada, Norway, and Switzerland for their support to this important mission. I'm truly honored to have been given this opportunity to lead this European Union observation mission here in Nigeria. The forthcoming elections are such an opportunity for Nigeria to build on what was achieved in 2015 and to further strengthen the country's democracy. Now let me give you some details about our missions. It is the 6th election observation mission that EU has deployed to Nigeria. Perhaps, and I'm sure that many of you here will have covered previous EU election observation mission and are familiar with our mandate here at the European Union. Still, there are usually some key questions that are often asked of election observation missions upon their arrival to a country. So perhaps I can address some of them. Why does EU deploy election observation mission here in Nigeria? What is their objective? What is their structure? What is their mandate? Allow me to briefly answer these points. The first important thing to note is that election observation missions are completely independent and impartial. All our observers abide by code of conduct, which insists we maintain strict neutrality in the course of our work and we do not interfere with the election process. We have the mandate only to collect information concerning the electoral process and then to publish our findings and make recommendations. We are not interested in the outcome of the elections. You can be surprised because I'm a politic, and perhaps sometimes we can be interested in some issues, but not here. We are not interested in this. We have no interest in seeing this or that candidate or party win. We are here to observe if the electoral process was conducted in transparent, is really important word, transparent and credible manner. We are completely independent, I said, in our conclusions. We are independent from the EU delegations, and we are independent also from EU member states and all EU institutions. We come as fresh pair of eyes looking just to the election process. We will assess the electoral process against Nigeria's law and international commitments in relation to democratic election. We are here with a team of 11 election experts here in Abuja and 40 experienced long-term observers who deployed in pairs around the country yesterday to cover all states. This is a larger number of long-term observers that we had in 2015. Across the country, in all 6 geopolitical zones, working out of 20 different locations, they are now starting to meet with election officials, candidates, parties, security agencies, the media, and also the religious leaders. They will also meet with representatives of civil society organizations involved in the electoral process, who have an indispensable role in increasing the transparency and credibility of the process, and in advocating for electoral improvement, including for women, youth, and people with disabilities. Our long-term observers will report their observation back to the team in Abuja, and these will contribute to the mission's informed and impartial assessment of the electoral process. In addition, over the 2 election days, a delegation of 7 members of the European Parliament will also join this mission, as well as diplomatic staff from EU member state embassies in Nigeria, as well as Canada, Norway, and Switzerland. I can't say how large this mission will eventually be at this stage, but we are expecting to be made up of more than 70 observers. We will be observing both election days and also, and we must say that it is also important, the post-election period. Now, let me say a few words about how we observe elections. We will make an assessment of the whole process, which means that we are not in a position to provide now conclusions on any aspect of the electoral process so far. It's important to say because I expect some question about some results, but it's difficult to give some results before seeing what's happening in the country. In the run-up to election day, observers analyze the campaign environment, the election preparation, the legal framework, the role of the civil society, and the media. On election day, they will observe the opening of the polling units, the voting process, the counting of votes, the tabulation of results, and any election complaints and appeal that arrive before, during, and after the elections. The EU mission will assess the conduct of the media by monitoring key TV and radio stations as well as newspaper and social media. Shortly after both election days, we will issue a preliminary statement giving our initial assessment of the electoral process up until that point. We call it preliminary statement because the electoral process is far from over, and therefore it will not be possible to give a final, definitive assessment of the whole process. So a more comprehensive final report will be issued at a later stage after the completion of the electoral process. This will also include recommendations to consider for future electoral process in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, the EU attaches a great significance to these elections in Nigeria. We are here in the spirit of cooperation with Nigeria. We stand really to deliver an impartial, objective assessment of the electoral process. If I have 2 key final messages, they are these 2, and they are really important. First, transparency and accountability of all institutions involved in the electoral are absolutely essential for public trust and confidence in the electoral process. Thus, we hope that INEC and also security forces will provide clear, real-time information on what they are doing and action they have taken. INEC and security forces need to be seen to work neutrally in all their actions. The second message is I hope that state bodies and political parties all play their part in promoting a fair and peaceful process before, during, and after election day. This means working with integrity for the sake of the nation, and promoting a calm response to any problem or frustrations. Let me also emphasize that any election is a positive opportunity to strengthen democracy. This would be a service to Nigeria and for Nigerian people. Thank you very much for listening, and let me again extend my gratitude to the people of Nigeria and the Nigerian authority for their welcome here in Abuja. I would now for having a statement. So I understand that some political parties, and I'm coming from the political side and I'm campaigning in my country, we want to say something just to make a campaign. This is the role of the political side. But I think that as politicians, we really have to be very cautious on what we say, because we have to trust and we have to give trust to the institution with whom we are going to work with. So this is important. There's a limit of what we can do and what we can say. But it's the game. After, when it comes to vote buying, I think that we have heard some messages that you are speaking about, and we have to observe what's happening in the different places. We have these 40 people working since yesterday, and they will be there and to see what's happening in this kind of situation. So we can't say now, we can't have a statement now, but we will be very, very observing this kind of situation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies